guys, hold on. I have to put this up a teeny tad bit. All right, that's a little better. I just wanted to make sure you could see the table and me at the same time. So, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to my channel. This is Too Cute for Cancer. My name is Jody, and if you're new here, welcome. This is the first time that I have done a sit down with y'all for a bit. It's all been more vlogging and kind of just on the go type stuff. But now that I'm healthy, wealthy, well, not wealthy, and I think a little bit wise in some things, I'm back. All right, so today's subject, we are going to discuss, upon request from you guys, what supplements that I use and have used on my cancer journey. And just let me say, I am not a doctor. I am not recommending any of these things at all. If you like something and you want to try something, then seek your doctor's advice and get his approval before you do it, okay? Just, common stuff like that. And to keep me getting sued, I have to tell you that. So, back when I first was diagnosed with cancer 20 years ago, I didn't even know anything about holistic alternative medicine. I didn't even know there was such a thing. And when I was about, I would say 3 months into my first diagnosis, I met a gentleman. His name was John. He had brain cancer, and he had been battling for almost 20 years himself at that point. And here I was just a newbie. So what he did for me was just amazing. He took me to the supplement store. He bought me this gorgeous, beautiful juicer. It was called Jack LaLanne. Back then, that was the best they had. He didn't have really a knack about explaining why I should be, doing this, but he just said, trust me, it'll make you feel better. And I was down for feeling better because I had 4 kids and I was exhausted and I did not want to be in bed every day. So my first experience with alternative medicine was doing juices, and I would put just whatever I had in. I mean, sometimes apples, sometimes grapes, or not grapes, but sometimes carrot juice. I mean, I did not know what to put in it. I just put whatever in it. And my friend John said, anything you can get in there, it'll be better than nothing. So I did that. I fed my kids juice, from the juicer. They thought it was fun to juice, so we kind of made it a family thing. Again, no perfection, and really no goal in mind other than to feel good. So then after that, I was taking it was called green powder, and I got it from a holistic store, little tiny house that he took me to. I have no idea what was in the green powder, but it was supposed to emulate all the like the greens that you're supposed to be eating, I think, and and you're not getting, and it was like a supplement to that. So I religiously put that in a glass of water, stirred it up and drank that every single day. Tasted nasty, and it was but expensive. But I did that. So that's what I started with, okay? And I have to tell you, my labs were pretty much fine when I started out with cancer. I didn't have any problems. I did have type 1 diabetic. I've been a type 1 diabetic since I was 7 years old, so that has just been a part of my life. So other than that, nothing really was wrong with me. I didn't have high blood pressure, no high sugars, nothing. I was, So I don't know if the juicing helped my energy. I think it helped my mind, and which in turn, it just made me feel like I was doing something towards my healing, okay? Well, so then fast forward about, I would say, 8 years. I was clear for 8 years, clean scans, and boom, it came back again. So then I got serious about the supplements. And at that time, internet was out and was more accessible. And so I started Googling everything, trying to figure out what to take that would, better my body, finding out, if juicing was still a good thing, everything. And I didn't really do as much as far as taking too much of anything. I think at that time I did start taking a lot of vitamin C and a lot of D3. Those are the two things that I started out with. And this is what I would recommend. If you have no idea where to start here. You cannot go wrong with your D3. And you know what? Try to get a good grade, something there's no fillers or anything in it. But basically 125 milligrams 3 times a day is what I started with. Not what I'm with, not right now. I'll tell you that in a minute. So the D3 and vitamin C, always a good deal. Amp it up. Okay, so pretty much that's all I did with the second time around. And then I started feeling bad. And that's what led me to change my eating. And that's what led me to start adding different supplements, was how I was feeling. Because I was no longer, maintaining my iron level. I was no longer, chemotherapy was depleting my body. So I had to start, giving my body back what chemo took. So at that time, I started investigating super vitamins and what do they call it? Intense dosing. I know there's another word, but chemo brain's got me right now. I'm sorry about that. But where they would give vitamin C in IV drip, and vitamin D and vitamin B, B12, all of that in super doses via IV. Okay, so I got in with another friend that had cancer that was all into this. So I started doing super vitamin C, because at that time it was believed that vitamin C could cure cancer. Well, guess what? I don't know. I don't think it can, because whatever. But at that time I was like, you know what? I will do anything that's available, and along with my chemotherapy, along with my traditional, medicine. I didn't stop that to do this. I want you to be very clear with that. So I did the super vitamins and all that. And then I did feel a lot less pain when I was doing the super vitamins, the mega dosing and such. I had a lot more energy. I did not get anemic. My bones didn't ache as much. So on that front, my labs were really strong and really good. In fact, my oncologist, I said, okay, I'm doing this, and I got his okay on it, although he rolled his eyes. And he said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay, well then fast forward another 4 or 5 years, my body is worn down. It's got a lot more pain to it, and I am feeling a lot, since the cancer moved to my bones, I started feeling a lot of bone pain, spine pain, I mean, you name it, I was feeling it. So then I started going a little deeper, digging a little deeper on things that I could take day to day, because it's really a pain in the butt to have to drive to, I had to drive like 2 hours to get to my IV drips, and it wasn't something that was really functional for me with kids. And then at this time I was teaching at the university and trying to do, and I still had 2 children left at home, Orion and Summer left at home, and then I had Brittany left at home. Anyway, I was still a mom with kids at home. And then I was teaching at the university, and then I was working my regular job interpreting on the side. So I definitely did not want to have to drive to, 2 hours to Orange County to get my energy. So started doing some more researching. And what I started doing for the pain, and this was just, again, I started simple and I got deeper. I started with turmeric. I can't stand the taste of turmeric, you know. I was putting it in my juices and stuff and whatever. So I got these turmeric curcumin, it's called. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of different kinds and stuff. I just went to my my vitamin store and I asked the guy, what's the best, you know, something that absorbs, you know, what do you recommend? And this is what he recommended. And this one's by Schwartz, and it's a little bit on the pricier side. They do have some less expensive ones. And I started taking these 2-3 times a day, and I can tell you the inflammation and the pain in my bones, definitely, I could tell a difference. So turmeric, make sure that you look into that one. And then I have, this one is niacinamide, 500 milligrams. And it's from my fancy French doctor. We'll get to him next. This one, I don't know if I feel anything or not, but overall it's good for your iron levels and such. So, fast forward to the last 10 years, actually 10 years. I was referred, I had stalled on my treatment, and the tumor on my spine and the tumors in my bones were not going away. They were continuing to spread and grow. So what I did was go to this new holistic doctor. He was an oncologist in France. He came here to America to do holistic medicine. So he's kind of a combo guy. But anyway, he makes all of his medicine, everything, all of his stuff in a lab himself, or I don't know if he does it himself, but he has his team that does it and stuff. And this is, I'm gonna hurry up because my battery's about ready to die. I hope it doesn't die. He's got me on, it's called Moore, that's his last name, Dr. Mordar. It's called Flora Forte. This stuff tastes like, it tastes bad. So this stuff is for to keep your body alkaline, or you know, balanced. You know how like a fish tank, and if you don't clean it or if you don't put the right stuff in it and stuff, it gets all mucky and gross and then your fish die. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. So then you put certain chemicals in it, and you use a certain water and everything, and then everything clears up and your fish is alive. It's okay. That's the way our bodies are. We're like fish tanks, and we need to keep it in a nice alkaline balance. So this stuff here is for that. A second, and I do this all the time, just no matter what. Okay, the second thing is magnesium glycinate. This is for the bones, bone strength and everything. This one is it's the grossest thing, but you know, this is for anti-inflammatory. It's called ESR Amino, and he makes it himself. And I'm going to give you, it's Dr. Modar. If it's MOHRDAR. I'll drop the link below, and you can look at all the ingredients and everything that's in everything. He has everything listed there. But this is for anti-inflammatory. This is like taking a whole bottle of... Okay, sorry about that. My battery died right in the mid-sentence. So, okay. We were at, it's ESR Amino. And anyway, this stuff tastes really nasty. But you take 3 scoops a day, and what I like to do is like get it all over with, kind of take it like medicine. But the scoops are like this, so they're not that big. So you take 3 scoops a day, and I just put it in like a little bit of juice or something, and I shake it up, and I just take it like a shot because it's nasty. And oh, and by the way, all of this will make you very nice and regular. Just FYI. or TMI, whichever way you want to look at it. So, okay, so that's what I do right now. Now, in addition to everything that I've told you and showed you, at different times I have taken different supplements that people have given me, different flowers and different this and that. For a while I was taking mushroom powder because mushrooms are really good for cancer, for breast health, for female health, for just about everything. The immune system, they're awesome. And you don't have to like, overload yourself with mushrooms. They say even just a little bit, I think it's like 3.5 cups of mushrooms like in a week is supposed to satisfy, to do the job. So what I do with the rest of the supplements, pretty much I like to depend on my eating to give me the nutrients that I need and not let my body get out of balance with that alkaline. I don't want to just think, when you eat something, is that food going to balance your system out and create peace in your fishbowl, or is it going to get all murky and yucky and, are you going to start swimming sideways? Think of it that way. It's kind of weird, but that's what I do. And if the answer is no, that food is not going to do that, then don't eat it. Or maybe just eat a little bit of it. Because a little bit doesn't totally mess up the whole, the whole bowl. But, try to do like an 80-40, 80-20. I need to do my math over it. 80-20, think about it as, I do 80% pure and clean and good. And that 20% is, no, I'm not talking Twinkies and ding dongs, 20% of that, but 20% of the maybe fast food foods, instead of eating grilled chicken at home and you go out and have chicken, that's fast food chicken, and that would be not so great for your fishbowl. I'm not talking about, gorging yourself on McDonald's for the other 20%, just in moderation. So that's kind of what I did. And as you guys know, if you've been to my channel before, I am a vegan. I do not eat anything with a face. So all my food is whole food, plant-based. I don't like to use packaged foods. I do on certain things like morning crumbles. Those are my favorite. I keep a package of them in my refrigerator because they're easy to pull out, put on some, in a salad, throw it in a taco, whatever. So pretty much far as packaged food, I'm trying to think of anything else, that's all I use, except for frozen strawberries, non-sugared, frozen mango, any kind of frozen fruit that I can't get fresh. If I can't get it organic and fresh, then I get it frozen, fresh, organic. So, yeah, and my greens, I try to be perfect and get it all organic and everything, but you know what, sometimes it's just too expensive. So what I do is I go, the farmers markets, they have a lot of different really good prices that you can get some really good stuff, but I just wash it really good, take the skin off if you can't get it organic. You know what, you're not going to die. I promise you. It's better than nothing and doing nothing. If you say, well, I can't afford to eat healthy, so I'm not going to even try because greens are so expensive. I can't do that. Okay, you know what? You can do that. And maybe you don't have to do it at the level of perfection, but you can do it somewhat. Okay, so whenever anybody says, well, I can't afford to eat like you do. You know what? We eat so inexpensively, my husband and I. I mean, I raised 4 kids and I fed them on a meat, dairy, diet. And I can tell you, we eat, the way we eat is not expensive. It is not fancy. And if I had to buy meat and cheese and milk and yogurt and cottage cheese, I would pay so much more than what I pay for now. So that's not even an excuse. You know what? Do something if you can't do, if you can't get up to here, even here's better. Even here's better, but not trying at all, I don't buy. Okay, so that's my rant. I will get off my soapbox. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've left out. I'm going to drop the link to this below so you can do research on your own to see if there's anything else. Oh, one thing, essential oils, frankincense, all of them. I mean, pretty much, I've used all of them. Peppermint, lavender oil. My brain's kind of dead right now, but I've used all of them for different things at different times. And during chemo, everyone said, oh, use the peppermint on your belly, it'll make you feel better. It didn't, it made me throw up. So, FYI, did not work for me. But, after chemo, and I was feeling a little better, and then kind of had bits of like, ugh, something doesn't feel right, then it worked. So, there's just a bunch of different essential oils. You can look into them. I'm not hardcore, like they're the end all be all, but I do find some value in them. So that's it for today. I really appreciate you guys watching. If there is any specific supplement that you are in doubt or you're curious about, go ahead and put it down and I will try to get to it. But real quick before my battery dies again, this is, if you want to follow my cancer journey and you want to be a part of our community, we are positive, we are uplifting, and we are very loving. No haters here. Go ahead and push that subscribe button and set that notification bell so you don't miss any of my promptu videos. Okay, I love you guys. I will see you again next week, if not sooner. And this is Too Cute for Cancer, signing off.